It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Cards and the Cowboys coming up next.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And, Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 6 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Prescott now from the 50. Buying time to his left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. On second down, Elliott. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On third down, it's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. You have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game. Hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads him out.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
On second down, Elliott once more. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is fielded inside the 5. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Right back to Connor here on 1st.
And games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40, past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now Pollard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Throwing. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Partner, took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Prescott to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
The drive will start with Connor. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Murray going to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start the drive with Connor. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 44 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 27, Murray. Johnson's got it complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Arizona. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and a couple. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Micah Parsons. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Prescott now. Incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. The loss of a yard there to start out, that leads to a second and 11. Now Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw, it's Murray. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, first and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They go to Elliott again. Muscles him off. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 22, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On second and inches, Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Isabella. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, Murray. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
2nd and 5. From the gun, Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. So out now come the Cardinals. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Now this time Murray to throw it. Airing this one out for Evans. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On the handoff, counter. The 71 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Connor going to get it again on second down. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Pollard. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he gets going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
To throw, Prescott. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. The football going back over to Arizona now. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Murray. He gets this one to Johnson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's a handoff to Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On first down. Connor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Second and 10. Now Connor. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Cardinals win it. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Cards, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.